Hello, my name is Sandra, and I have been drawing my whole life. And in so, I have plenty of old drawings from way back. A lot of them are over 20 years old. I still do a lot of creative stuff nowadays, but I had a hell of a imagination when I was younger, and I did a lot of original stuff that I think it's crazy that I came up with when I was so young. And one of the things that I really wanted to do for a long time is to recreate or redraw these drawings, and that is what we're gonna do today. And the drawing that I've picked for today is this one. It's actually two, but we're gonna stick with the one. But the second one is a good reference for what one of the objects are gonna look like, or characters, shall I say. And let's just have a little look at her before we get started. She is obviously drawn on paper. I probably sketched it out and then I inked her, and then I seem to have used some color pencils, which was, yeah, this is like a basic thing I used to do when I was a teenager. And the date says 18th of August 2005, so it's almost 20 years. It's 19 years really, but it's almost 20 years, which is crazy. And what do we got going on here? We got some fantasy looking person with a little dragon. Don't know why it's wrapping around her legs like that. Seems kind of, hard to move around, but... And I'm obviously hiding the hands here. I'm guessing it's some sort of, the artists don't want to draw the hands, so they hide them situation. Because I was probably still struggling with hands at this point. Well, I still struggle sometimes. Hands are just hard in general. So that is what we got going on. I do think this design has a lot of cool details to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun to recreate that. And in this one, there's some shadows, but there's not a lot going on. So there's a lot of improvement to be made. So I'm really excited to get started on that. So I think we'll just get into it. So the first thing I wanted to do when I was redesigning this was to change up the pose, because I see what I'm trying to go for here, but she looks very stiff in the original one, and I want her to look more flowy. Because in the original, it does look just like she's sort of floating, but she looks way too restricted, so I still wanted that floaty look, but more relaxed. And I got a little hand going, so we got a little bit more hand action going on over here. I did enjoy the really long sleeves, but yeah, I didn't want to go fully like that. And for the hair, the original one was very spiky, and I liked that sort of side-swept design, but I didn't enjoy how spiky it was. So for this one, I wanted to make it more flowy here as well. And for the dragon, I wanted to make it bigger, and as we talked about just before, the dragon was sort of wrapping around her legs in a weird sort of way, and I think I know what I was going for. I just didn't really get the effect, I guess, that I wanted, so I tried to go for that here. So I still want the dragon to be all, swoopy and wrapping around her, but in a more reasonable way. Also, when it comes to the face, the original really suffered from, that dead face that most people do in the beginning when they're learning how to draw, including myself. Like, most of my old drawings have this just a dead face, no emotion. So yeah, I wanted some attitude in this new version. So she's the one. She looks a little bit arrogant, like she got some power going on. And for these crisscross things she got on her chest, in the original one it looks like it's some sort of fabric or something like that, but in this new version I wanted to break it up a little bit more, so it's just not like all fabric, so I gave her some more leather looking accessories instead. And I'm very happy with how this new pose ended up. It does feel a lot more dynamic, like she's floating and relaxing and saying, I'm better than you. Well, the dragon design is pretty much the same. He's a bit longer maybe. Well, he's bigger. He's a little bit bigger. because I thought it suited him better. And I changed up the design of the, I guess it's some sort of helmet, like a Cubone kind of helmet or mask on its face, because the spikes that he had on his face were they're a little bit skinny and long, and I didn't like that. So I made him a little bit chunkier to make him look cuter. When it comes to the colors, I wasn't sure what it was gonna look like with all of those colors. So I started out with really a little bit more mute, a little bit desaturated colors in the beginning. But in the end I actually decided to saturate them a lot, because I don't know, I enjoy that look. And I still wanted to keep, you know, the essence of the original. And these color combinations are just something I probably wouldn't do today, but now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, it's actually kind of alright. Like, I should probably be more adventurous with my colors nowadays. And also I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like an overlay situation on the line art, because I do enjoy when the line art isn't completely black all the time. But for this one, in the end, I ended up with going with just a classic black outline. It just seemed like it suited her better. I also wanted some texture on the dragon's skin, because it seemed kind of flat without it. So I just took a really textured brush, put some of that down on there, and played around with the alpha until I got something that I enjoyed. And now we're getting to the good stuff. So we got all the base colors down, we got highlights and shadows and stuff. So now I'm just playing around with lighting and filters and stuff like that, because I want some more variations in just the lighting in her and the color of her skin, because again, she was looking a little bit too flat, and yeah, you want to spruce it up a little bit. So I ended up with this thing, and she looks a little bit sunburned, but I don't know, I kind of enjoyed the look of it. You can see that they both have the same type of eye. Apparently she can look through the dragon's eye and see what the dragon is seeing. And for the background, in the beginning I thought I'd just leave it white, like the original have no background, so I was like, maybe I don't do a background, but I don't know, I wanted some background, so I just did some simple sky looking background for her. And here we go, here's the final product, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really happy to see that I've done some amount of, you know, skill progression in these 20 years, and I'm super excited about how this turned out. It was so much fun to do, and as you saw in the beginning of this video, I have plenty of old drawings. I got drawings from kindergarten, my first ever manga drawings I ever did. I got teenage years, I got adult years, I got everything. So I'm pretty sure I'll do a lot more videos like this, because it's just fun going back and redrawing your old stuff. If you haven't done it, totally go and try it out. You'll have a blast. But that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to support what I do, there's a link to my Ko-fi down below. And if you want to see just more from me in general, I post on social media from time to time. All the links are down below. And thank you again. I'll see you in my next video.